Hi, my name is Nazar, and in this video series I'm going to be explaining you about how you can make your computer run faster as it is running right now. So as I was going to explain you, but let me tell you about my introduction. So I just wanted to show you that I'm actually working with computers for a very long time and I have most of the experience working with Windows. So in this video I'm going to be explaining you how you can manage to make it much more faster as it is working right now. So let me just give you one example what actually happened, that the reason I'm going to explain you. So I was going for some place and I just found some guy who was actually going to buy a new computer. The reason behind buying a new computer was his computer was working pretty slow. So I just opened up Photoshop in that computer and it was taking, for example, 1 or 2 minutes to open and load up the Photoshop. So I was messed up that why the reason is that its computer is working very slow was all of the things are there and he is not cleaned up anything. So in this video I'm going to go ahead and clean all of the waste file which is not been used, and it is going to take loading of your computer, and that's how the computer speed gets slow. So let me just go ahead and explain you quickly that how we can do that. So as you can see in front of your screen that this is my desktop screen, and as you can see there are a lot of icons. So many a times what happens if you find some movie which is your favorite or which you want to watch it in the next couple of days, you can go ahead and take that movie and paste it on your desktop so you get reminder and you just open it and play it. But in case you can make it a shortcut for that. So let me just go ahead and explain you about the shortcuts. As you can see it in front of your screen, there are a lot of icons on my desktop. So there is one recycle bin which you must be having, everyone has. So let me just go ahead and explain you all of the things which is there. So there you can see in place of here there is my iTunes. Now it is a shortcut. Why it is a shortcut? Because there you can see one arrow which is going to determine that it is a shortcut, and from that arrow I understand that it's a shortcut. As you can see it right over here, there is no shortcut, and I had pasted one movie which is taking 1.37 GB. That is lot of space which is taken by my PC. So whenever my computer turn on, it is going to load up all of these things, and that's the reason RAM and all of the things are taking loading, because it is actually loading all of this on your PC whenever it turns on. So it is taking 1 GB of time because the RAM is actually working on it, and that's how it is going to take time whenever it starts up. So when I go ahead and hit on the properties, you can see it takes 1.37 GB, and in place of shortcut, if I hover over here and click on properties of iTunes, on the details you will see that it takes 1.77 KB. That is very less as compared to movie. So you must always do one thing, that if I go inside this PC, you must always go ahead and, as you can see, it says 8.64 GB. Let me reduce it because it is going to take some drive space on my C drive, and C drive is where actually Windows is been installed. So as you can see it right over here, I'm going to decrease it just by removing my movie right over here. If I go ahead and delete it, it's gonna go away. And second thing, always keep your recycle bin empty. So let me just go and see the properties. As you can see that it is taking a lot of the space. So let me just go ahead and empty my recycle bin. Okay. So now if I go in my PC, there you see 2 GB of space is been removed from my C drive, and that's how it is gonna take some less space. So you know that how it determined that what is the size. As you can see 102 MB, and shortcut takes less space. So I'll see you in the next one. I think you might understand about shortcuts and all of the big projects. So see you in the next one. So let's just get started, and let me just go ahead and explain you about disk cleanup. So for that you have to go inside my computer, or you can just go and hit on run and type disk cleanup and hit OK. So there you can see there is C drive, D drive and E drive in my system, but most probably your Windows will be on C drive. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. So it is going to take some calculation and it's going to take some time, and according to that it is going to say it is going to take time when there are a lot of the files which is not been used. All of the things will be calculated and given to you. So after holding for a time, it is actually popping up that it is gonna delete, for example, 124 MB. I think that is clean. You can go ahead and click on this one, and if it's not 0 you can delete all of the things. And these are all temporary internet files like taking 5 MB, or you can just go ahead and click on clean system files. So it is gonna take more of the files than 159 MB. So I'm going to click on clean up system and then hit OK. So it's gonna take much more time than the previous one. It all depends on how messy your computer is. So let's just go ahead and wait for it to load. Alright then, as you can see, I got some of this, and I guess there is not something which has been taking some damage to my computer because everything is fine right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK and delete files. And don't do it if you have to use something or you have to just email someone. Just don't do that because it's gonna take some couple of time according to your RAM. But that's how it is gonna clean up your disk, and see you in the next one. Hello everyone. Welcome to the third video of learning how to boost up your Windows. So let's get started and let me explain you. Before you go ahead and remove all of the things, one thing you must be having inside your computer, that is antivirus. Because if you're browsing an internet and if you try to do something else and maybe you are putting an USB cable flash drive, so there might be a chances that your computer might get affected via virus, and that is actually bad because that virus is going to go and move to folder and it is gonna corrupt your PC, and that is not actually what I want. So you need to go ahead and go to Google and type AVG, Avast and so on. There are a lot of free antivirus software available for you, but right now I'm using premium one, that is Kaspersky. As you can see the shortcut right over here. So it is giving me a warning because I had not updated it, so it is out of date. So it is actually going to say that you need to update it. So you always have to go ahead and scan it and keep it updated. So right now it is saying that 129 days are been remaining. After that it is gonna expire. So mine is premium one, not a free one. So if you can go ahead and try that out, free version as well. I'll add the link in the description that how you can download that free version and what are the importance of that. So right now you can go and scan it fully. You can scan it, all of the files which is inside my computer. It is gonna scan everything out and it is gonna say if there is a virus or not. So you need to have an antivirus software to maintain your PC. That's up for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to the part 4 of speeding up your PC. So let's get started, and in this video I'm going to be showing you about you need to uninstall some software inside your PC which are not being used by you, but you have installed it and maybe you thought that you might use it but you end up not using it. As you can see, this is Doom 3 and Left 4 Dead. I have installed it but I'm not playing the game. And maybe if you are not playing something and you have installed so many software, and most of the time all of the software you install is gonna be inside your C drive, because that's the basic part all of the software or all of the games first provide. But my recommendation is whenever you go ahead and install any software, all you need to do is you have to go and put it in another drive, not on the place where all of the Windows software is being installed or Windows Microsoft is being installed. As you can see, all of this one is all are my program files, installed software. All of this is been software which is been installed in my D drive in place of my C drive. So my computer gets much more space for it to load and it is gonna process much more faster. As you know that if you have any C drive with a red light, all of this is gonna be inside red. That means you are in danger and your PC is not gonna work as smoother as it can be. So all you need to do is go inside your PC, go inside your settings. I'm using Windows 10, so it might be a little different in Windows 7 and 8, but you know where you can find out your uninstallation, or just type it uninstall or somewhat like that. So here right now I'm gonna go inside my PC, inside my desktop, and there you can see all of the files which is there. So if I go ahead and click on Photoshop, I don't want to uninstall Photoshop because I'm using it daily. But when you see some of the things which you are not been using, you can directly go inside and search it right over here, and if you want you can directly go and hit uninstall application or your program which is been installed, but it is gonna take some loading. So go ahead and uninstall all this software. As you know that I have Xbox folder and I'm not using it, so I just uninstall it. It's taking 16 KB, so that's not gonna affect anything, but anyways you can go ahead and uninstall all of the waste program and try to make it on the another drive, which is this right now. All of the software which I use are all inside here. Install any of the software inside your C drive and keep it on another drive. See you in the next one. Welcome to part 5 of speeding up your Windows PC. So let's get started and let me teach you about MSCONFIG, what it is actually and what it is gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and type run, and there you see the desktop app. So I'm gonna hit OK, and this piece of thing is gonna go ahead and open up. So here I'm gonna go ahead and type MSCONFIG, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK. So what it is gonna do, it is gonna go ahead and start and boot up all of the things which is inside my PC. So it's saying normal startup, select the selective startup, click on startup, and it's gonna open up open task manager. So I'm gonna hit OK, and there you see it is gonna say all of the things. Right now Adobe is disabled, and there you can see all of the things which has been disabled by me. So if you want you can go ahead and disable it, if you want you can enable it. So I don't want my CCleaner to open up whenever my computer is getting started, so this might be confusing for you. I'm not using this, so I'm gonna disable this. I'm not using this, I'm gonna disable it. And one more thing I wanted to show you, that do not play around with it. If you're familiar with any program, then only do that. If you are not familiar with all of the program, do not do that. It will always going to show that it is gonna take some space or it's not gonna take some space. As you can see, it's low, medium and high. If you know the program, only do that. Start up. Okay, then I'm gonna close this one, and that's how you know that how it is gonna do. If you want, you can go ahead and press Ctrl Shift Delete to open up your task manager. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Welcome to part 6. In this video I'm going to talk about defragmentation. Defragmentation is like X and zeros, or you can say that's how X and zeros games are made, like a graph paper where you can see X and Y and so on. So it is gonna work like that only behind the scene. But what do you see, and you don't need to know that what is going on behind the scene, because it is already going to go ahead and do it for you without doing any problem for that. So for that I'm gonna go inside here and I'm gonna type defragmentation, and there you see this is how the window is gonna look like. All you have to do is, if there is some percentage and it's gonna say defragmentate, all you have to do is go ahead and hit on analyze, and it's gonna take a longer process if there is something. Right now it's 0 because I do it weekly. So or you are doing stuff inside your Windows, you need to do it daily. Most of the time it's weekly, it's fine. So click on change setting, and there you see weekly, daily and monthly. If you are going on a vacation, this might be helpful to keep it on monthly, or if you missed out a defragmentation on the time, you can also say do you want to keep it like all of the drives, or you don't want, or you can go ahead and notify me if I had forget to defragment it. So that's how it is gonna work. And also one note I want to show you, that if you are doing this fragmentation and you have to work on it on your computer, please do it on it in the midnight. And if you are using a laptop, keep it plugged and then do it defragmentation. In the process it might get turned off. That's why you need to keep it on the midnight and turn it on and just go to bed and sleep. In the morning when you see it's gonna take 100% complete, and when you turn off your computer, just go ahead and restart of the computer, and all of the process you need to do is restart your computer so it's boosts up much more faster and it is gonna be much more better in the performance. See you in the next one. Hello and welcome to part 7. In this video I'm gonna show you one more trick and how you can boost up and clean up your desk. So go inside this PC, and there you see that my C drive is somewhat like full, D drive is half below the half, but it's like somewhat full inside my C drive. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on properties. So there you see that it is gonna give you a pie diagram that it's gonna give you that use space is inside the blue one. If you're using Windows 7 or Windows 8, it might show you a different type of pie diagram that's gonna give you pink and blue. So right now I'm using Windows 10, so it is gonna give you me blue one, and this gray area is actually free space. So what do we have to do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit on disk cleanup. So it's gonna take and calculate all of the things and see what are the many things which is gonna be get deleted. And as you can see, all of the things is right over here. If you don't know anything, do not mess up with that. Just hit on OK and delete files, hit yes, and it's gonna delete all of the waste file, and it's gonna boost up somewhat to you and give you some space for that. So see you in the next one. Welcome to part 8. And so there is a popular software that is known as CCleaner. It's gonna clean everything, whatever is been saved inside your browser. It's gonna go ahead and delete all of the temporary files. So you can go ahead and go to Google and type CCleaner, and there you can go ahead and download CCleaner right over here from this first link pre-form that goes to this website. You can download it free version, and that's gonna go ahead and boost up somewhat all of the things which is not protecting your computer, but that's how it's gonna go ahead and protect you. For that, you can go ahead and see there is CCleaner, and it's gonna go ahead, it's saying new version is available right now, but I don't want to go ahead and download it and skip to this video. So I'm gonna hit no, and there you can see all of the things which is inside my PC, and you can go ahead and run cleaner. It's gonna go ahead and delete all of the cache, cookies and history. All of the things will be removed, and it is gonna go and give you much more performance to your PC. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to part 9 of boosting up your PC. So let's get started and let's see how we can do that. So I'm going to go inside here on the search bar, and I'm going to go ahead and type run, and then I'm going to hit enter, and here I'm going to keep it inside middle one. So here I'm going to go inside here and press shift and then press 5 on my keyboard. That's going to give me a percentage, and type TEMP, then shift and then give it a percentage and then hit OK. So there you can see all of the bunch of files which has been comes over here. So what do you have to do is just go ahead and grab all of this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit the delete key on my keyboard, or just go ahead and click on delete key over here, and then you have to do is just go ahead and click on skip, and then skip, and then skip, and then skip. All of the things which you comes over here, you just have to go ahead and click on skip, 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 and there you see that it will end up right over here. So you have to close this one, and all of the files will be deleted, and inside the recycle bin, go ahead and empty recycle bin, click on yes, and all of the files which has been done inside the local of your computer, it's gonna be removed, and you will have much more boost up inside your computer. You can try to do that daily. Just go inside right over here and run it. So see you in the next one. Wait, what? You're actually watching this video again after so many tips I have given to you? Still watching to know more? Well, that's kind of good, because knowing more is never a less. So you can make it help from each and everything. You can do it with your PC and make it like Beast, Alienware, Predator and whatnot. Actually, it's not gonna be like that, but just hope for it. Why not? Why should I demotivate you when you are motivated so much that you have reached till? Alright then, boosting up your PC. So let's get started and let's see. And if you're watching this video, it's a bonus for you. Let me just go ahead and explain you why it is. So now I'm going to go inside this PC, open it up, and you know that all of the things are been there. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a pro tip. So just go ahead and use a pen drive, flash drive, USB cable, or whatever you say, it doesn't matter, but you must be having a pen drive. So go ahead and plug it in, and there you have it. I have plugged in my USB drive, and it's automatically saying, do you want to scan? No, I don't have any virus in my pen drive. So I'm going to go inside here, and I'm going to hit on properties, and here you see that it is saying all of the use space is like 2 GB, and I'm actually having 8 GB of capacity in my pen drive. That's less. Anyways, 8 GB is pretty much nice. So I'm using free space, that is silver area, in my pie diagram. Go inside your Ready Boost and use this device as a RAM. Wait, what, RAM? Yes, your pen drive can actually work as a RAM, so it gives you much more speed. Not exactly same speed, but somewhat it is gonna help you to boost up your PC. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit apply. So as you can see, it's gonna take all of the free space inside my PC, and as you can see, it's gonna take some time. Actually, it's not been refreshed. So let me just go inside my properties and see. There you see, all of the free space is being used, and it's gonna take some time, and it's gonna determine that free space is being used as a RAM, and it's gonna boost up your PC on a little bit. So that's good. So if you know that how it has been used, and now as I was talking about the RAM, one more thing came in my mind, that what if your RAM is actually low and that's the reason it's not getting boosted up. For that, I'm gonna go inside this PC, more, hit the properties, and here as you can see, installed RAM. Now you can see the RAM is, I'm having 64-bit of operating system, and I'm taking 8 GB of RAM and dual core. So if you're not a tech person, if you see that it's like 2 GB, 4 GB, 6 GB, 8 GB of RAM, it's not gonna work as well as you compare it with other people who has much more RAM. I'm using 8 GB of RAM, so I'm using video editing, playing games, and so on. If that's the case, if you are playing games and your RAM is like 2 GB, it's not gonna be the best one. Go ahead and buy a new PC. Wait, why to buy a new PC when you can buy a RAM? It will be much more cheaper than buying a whole new computer, because you know everything you can boost up and all of the things is getting cheaper, and you can clean up and it will be the best PC. For example, Alienware, Predator are the best PC right now. MacBook, all of these things are best right now. I'm using Mac right now, but maybe in future I'll have Alienware as well. So I'm having 8 GB of RAM. That's how it's actually working. So go ahead inside Ready Boost, do not use this right, apply, and it's gonna be back with the old pen drive, and you can store files inside this one. So that's all for this video. I'll continue. So see you in the next one. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about how you can get a space inside C drive, taking space from another drive and applying it on a C drive. So as you can see, there is a less space inside my C drive, and as we compare from D to E drive, I have more space inside my E drive. So I'm going to take the space of E drive and bring it inside my C drive. So I will get more space inside my C drive, so I can go ahead and install more of the software and make my computer a little more faster. So let's just go ahead and let me teach you how we can do that. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one, and here I'm going to go inside start this PC. I'm going to right click on it, more, and then manage. Okay, so here it's gonna open up this window. All you have to do is click on this management. As you can see, there is loading right over here, and here is a C drive that says 540 GBs, and here is less space. As here you can see, it is somewhat 2000 or 300 somewhat space inside, but here you have a lot of the space inside my E drive. So I'm going to go ahead and click on shrink volume. So it's gonna load for a bit, and let me just go ahead and give it like 1 and shrink it. So I'm going to go ahead and get an allocated place. So I have to keep it inside my C drive. So here you can see there is extend volume, but it's not available. As you can see, there is no extend volume available, but here if you see, extend volume is available because unallocated space is right over here. Now allocated space is available, then you have to shift it on E drive and then on C drive. So next up, what we have to do is go ahead and move it inside our C drive besides C drive. So how we can do that? There is no way we can do it with Windows. For that, we have third-party application which is available on internet, and I will add the link in the description. So if you want, you can go ahead and follow that out. So you have to go ahead and download this one. After it has been downloaded, you have to go ahead and install it. As you know, the simple process of next, accept, I agree, and so on. After it has been downloaded, after that you will get an icon on your desktop. All you have to do is open it up, click on yes, it will give you a pop-up, then launch application, As you can see, the application is launched. Now unallocated is available right over here. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and click on my C drive, and you can see resize move partition. So I'm going to go inside D drive, resize move partition. Then you can go ahead and move it like that, and when you click on OK, it is going to ask you, do you want to apply these changes? You have to click on apply and it's gonna change. But right now there is no space given here, so I'm going to go ahead inside my E drive, recycle space, and move it right over here and then hit OK. So as you can see, it has moved it inside E drive. Right click on it, move it like that, hit on OK, and there you have it. You have moved unallocated space inside my C drive. Now all you have to do is click on that and move it like that and hit OK. So after you hit OK, it is going to ask you, do you want to apply this change? You can go ahead and hit on apply, and it is asking you that you have to change, you have to click on yes. I'm not going to do that because I already have some space, and also if I'm going to go ahead and hit on no because I don't want to do that. But when you click on that, it is going to ask you, do you want to restart it? You just have to click on yes, and it is going to give the process of that, and at the end of the restarting of your computer, you will definitely have some space right over here. That's all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your program run more faster, or you can say make your program priority more high. As it is running right now, there might be chances that you are playing a game and it is going to go ahead and work slow. We can set the priority high and it is going to run much more faster than it is usually working. So let's get started and let's see how we can do that. So if you have not followed my Twitter, go ahead and follow my Twitter as well. For example, I use iTunes most of the time and I want my iTunes load up very fast and quickly. So if you are playing a game and if you want your game to run much more faster because it's kinda running slow behind, so you can go ahead and set the priority high and it's gonna go ahead and work much more smoother than it is working right now. So this feature applies on Windows 10, so I'm going to show you how we can go ahead and set the priority high. So there is a start button. I'm going to right click on it and go to Task Manager. After the Task Manager is been loaded, you can go ahead and more details. So if you see that this is like whatever the program I'm using, it's gonna be going to open up and it's gonna go ahead and show. So I use most of the time iTunes and I want my iTunes run much more faster. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on my iTunes. Then I'm going to go ahead and click go to details. After that, iTunes exe file, I'm going to right click on that and set the priority above normal. Don't go very low, don't go to real time, just keep it like high or above normal. So just go ahead and click on it. So it is going to ask, changing the priority of certain program could cause your system. Okay, you know that it is just asking for your permission. Go ahead and change priority, and it's gonna go ahead and set the priority like above normal. So if you go ahead and run the iTunes again next time in your system, it's gonna run much more faster and that will be much more convenient for you, so you can make your program run much more faster. So that's about it for this video. I hope you find it useful and I'll see you guys in the next one. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about how you can make your computer a little more faster. As the summer is going on, your computer is getting extra heat and your computer need to be cooled down because you are doing more and more stuff day by day. So how you can go and cool down your computer, as there are some background applications running inside your Windows 10 machine. So let me teach you how you can go and turn off your background machine, and so your computer becomes little more faster. Go to start and then click on settings. After clicking on settings, just go on system. After clicking on the system, go to notification and action. After you reach over here, you will get an option that is going to say get tips and tricks of suggestion or as you use Windows. So what happens is just go on start and right click from your mouse and you can go and directly click on Task Manager. After you click on Task Manager, you will find out there is a program which is running broker. So it is going to gain more of your CPU and more of your RAM, keeping your computer little more heat and giving you little slow. So all you have to do is click on this, and that's about it. That's how simple it is. Next thing what you have to do is close this one and click on start, and again go to settings. After that click on privacy. After you go on privacy, you will find an option that is going to be background apps that I was talking about. So all of the programs which is there, like if you are not using alarm or clock, not using a calculator, camera and so on. I don't have a camera in my computer, but it is on, and so all of the application which you are not using, just go and click on all of that. But if you are using somewhat, just keep it like that. But all of the application which is mentioned over here, I'm not using none of them. So I'll do just turn it off, so it will turn off all of them, and that's about it. And in this video I'm going to be teaching you about how you can go and update your drivers in your computer. You know, whenever you go and buy something new, you go buy a new mouse, you buy a new keyboard, or any other device you connected by a PC, you need to have a latest driver. Because of the driver, computer handles that, and because of the driver, your device which you are using is going to be run smooth. That's how the driver is been important to your computer, so you need to keep that thing up to date. So once in a while you need to go and check that your drivers are been updated or not. So today I'm going to be teaching you about that. So I'll add the link of this website in my description. All you have to do is click on free download. So it's free of charge and you need to go and download that one. So it's not a big software, so you just need to go and download, and you need to go and check if all of your device drivers are been updated or not. So go and check that your drivers are updated or not. And with this software, I really think that this software is really useful because it updated for you for free. So what's better in that? If there is an outdated things going on in your computer, pretty much not useful. So you need to go keep all of that updated. After it has been downloaded, all you have to do is click on driver booster. So after it is going to ask you that do you want to go and do the setup of this application. Of course you want to do, click on yes. So it will ask you, do you want to install the software? Of course, that's the reason we downloaded that, right? So click on install, and it will ask you, do you want to Opera? No thanks, I don't need an Opera browser. Click on next. It will go and start installing, so hold up for that and let it install. So there you go, installation has been completed. Now what you have to do is, if you want social, like if you want that you need to go and get the SMS, you can subscribe, but I'm not going to go and subscribe. I will just say no thanks. It will ask you, do you want to scan? Of course we want to scan, and that's how we will come to know that our device driver is updated or not. First time it will go and say thank you in your browser, but cancel that one. Next time if you go and do that, it will not ask you that you need to go and update. So it's fine, just let it scan of your all of the device driver in your computer, and it will tell you which one is outdated and which one is not. There you go. You can find there are 8 of the outdated device driver in my computer, and up to date are 117. There are a lot of drivers inside my computer. So for that, what you have to do is, it says when the last update was there, and as you can see, it's all outdated. For that you need to go and click on update now, and it will go and do all of this one, or you can go and click on update per manually. That also you can do that. I'm going to click on update now. It will ask you, do you want to disable software temporary? Okay, now it will go and update all of this one, and that's about it. So it will go and start updating. After it has been downloaded all of the software which is important for your computer to have, it will go and do so it is going to go and download. Hold up for that. After it has been downloaded, it will start its installation process, and it's automatically, so that's a plus point for the software. And it will go and restore in case something goes wrong inside installing. It will go and restore that, but I didn't find any problems right now. But it's better to have a backup if something goes wrong, so it's better for this software. It will go and download all of the latest one, and it will keep our drivers up to date. So that's a simple and quick and easiest way. After it has been downloaded, it will scan it again and it will give you a green mark that everything is updated, so you don't need to go and do any updates. So that's about it for this video. I hope you really need to go and do that if you are using a Windows computer. So that's about it for this video. I hope you found it useful, and my name is Nazir and I'm signing out.